This video is sponsored by Trading 212, which lets you invest in real stock for free. What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this review by AutoTopNL. My name is Max, and today I'm going to take you around yet another new BMW 7 Series. And I know that we've done a lot of these over the past few weeks, but it was mostly about the fact that the 745 had a new drivetrain with a 6-cylinder instead of a 4-cylinder, the hybrid. The new M760 Li went down from 610 to 585 horsepower, so we wanted to experience that with the new particulate filter. So I'm going to show you around it, we'll take it for a little drive and then onwards to the Autobahn for a little blast over there. But before we begin, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to receive updates when we upload a new video. And check out today's sponsor, Trading 212, which is a great way to own actual shares of your favorite car company. If you think they're going to do well, of course. Anyone can invest in thousands of real stocks totally free. Just get the app, register an account in 3 minutes, use code AUTOTOP to receive a free share worth up to 100 euros and start investing completely without fees or commissions. So if you think that BMW is going to sell a whole buttload of these new 7 Series, you could check out BMW. And today we've got the new 750i, which means that we've got the new 4.4 V8 bi-turbo, which now produces 530 horsepower instead of 450 for the last 750. So that's an 80 horsepower jump, which brings it really close to the new M760 Li. So that's why we've got it today, and also because this spec is ridiculous. I absolutely love this spec. It's gorgeous. It is a very special color. It's called Bernina Grau, which means Bernina Gray. Bernstein effect. Bernstein effect. So it's a super mattish gray with a little gloss in it. It's absolutely stunning, and I really love it on this new 7 Series, especially because we have those new laser lights with those blue accents in there, and this car has the individual shadowline package, which means that you get all those gorgeous black details in the bumper, on the sides and at the rear as well. One thing I would improve or change about the spec of this car is that I would go for the black kidneys. We have seen a 7 Series in this color with the black grille, and it looks absolutely insane. It looks stunning. So it also shrinks the grille a little bit, because with all that chrome it is big. Okay, so let's move on to the wheels, because I absolutely love those wheels as well. These are M wheels. I think the code is 821. Beautiful bicolor with M Sport brakes behind them, blue calipers, 20-inch, so pretty big, but you don't really notice it. As I said, shadow line, so we've got the black inlay on the sides as well, and around the windows, of course. And at the back we have this little inlay, which is black as well. And the bumper inlay is that black or is that dark gray? I can't tell. It's too sunny.
Dark gray.
It's dark gray. So at the rear, I would have liked it, because we also have the M Sport exhaust, which sounds really good. I would have liked it if the individual shadow line would include this chrome bar running across the rear, and if the M Sport exhaust would include a black inlay or a black piece for the exhaust. I think that will really make this car even more special. So you've seen the new rear end of the 7 Series with those beautiful lights, light bar. Looks really good. I'll also show you the rear seats really quickly. We don't have a long wheelbase version, so it's not as spacious as you might expect. But we do have the, what is it called? Executive lounge with the adjustable rear seats in mocha brown leather. Really nice, especially in combination with that Bernina Gray. So the engine, the main event of this 750i, there it is. So it is a new version of the N63 V8, and as I've just told you, it now has 530 horsepower. But it's really interesting because it has gotten so close to that M760 Li. And there are a couple other things apart from the power that bring them closer together. The weight, for instance. This V8 is a lot lighter than that big 6.6 liter V12. The M760 is only available as a long wheelbase. This is a short wheelbase. So in total, a 750i X-Drive versus an M760 Li X-Drive, it's around 300 kilos. So you have that power gap that has shrunken, and you have the weight that is lower on this car. And that results in a 0 to 100 time of 4 seconds flat versus the M760 Li's 3.8. So it's only 0.2 of a second. Top speed 250 limited, M760 Li 305 with M drivers package, which you can get on this one. So that's a difference, just thought of that. So if you want to go very fast, buy an M760 Li or take this to a good tuner and get the limiter removed. Speaking of which, let's take it to the Autobahn and see what this lovely V8 can do. Let's go and see what it's like to drive, because of course we have driven that M760 Li recently, and that is an M performance model, so that should be more like sporty and engaging for a 7 Series than this, because this is not an M performance, and that's one of the things I absolutely love about it. It's a bit more no nonsense. It's a bit more like under the radar, very, very, very fast without being shouty. And I think that fits the character of the 7 Series really well. Of course, the M760 Li is a completely different animal, because people actually want other people to know that they drive a V12 7 Series, but I like this approach a lot.
Nearly got eaten by goats.
Those fucking goats. Check out our audience. What's up, guys?
That one had a drink last night.
Yeah. Because the drivetrain in this car, engine gearbox, is the same as in the M850i, but this is not called an M750i. And I think that BMW is kind of struggling with that. We drove that X2 M35i recently, which was not really worthy of the M Performance badge. We drove that X7 M50D recently, which I said I felt like should have been called an X750D or an X750i. So with the 7 Series, BMW hits it right on the nose. I think this is how it should be. So to get back to that gap between the M760 Li and the 750i, driving wise, because you have that adaptive stuff, I'm in sport mode right now. The air suspension lowers, everything stiffens up, and you can actually really throw this car into a corner. You will also really notice that this doesn't have that super heavy V12 at the front. And it's actually very impressive if you start really throwing this car around, that you don't really feel that weight, that 1900 kilos that you have to take with you. You don't really feel that. It's quite direct, and I mean, for a 7 Series, it's all relative, but it's quite direct and it feels really stable. It also has 4-wheel steering, of course, and if you have the Executive Drive Pro package, you also get the active anti-roll bars. So there's a lot of trickery going on underneath to ensure that you don't feel that weight. So as I said, we have that M Sport exhaust, and if you go to sport mode, those valves open and it actually produces a really nice V8 sound. So here we go. We're in sport mode, so everything is at its sharpest but still it's super comfortable, that suspension. Thank you, sir. So this car is mind-blowingly quick, to be honest. It is so close to an M760 Li. We also drove that one this week, and this does a 9.42 second 100 to 200, and an M760 Li does a 9.3. So it's only 1/10 of a second slower from 100 to 200, which is nothing. I mean, that's, you don't really feel that. So all these changes in the 7 Series lineup, especially between the M760 Li and the 750, they have really pushed this 750 up. I mean, I've always loved this car. Even when it had 450 horsepower, it was amazing. But now, with this upgrade, I mean, it's pretty insane. I think we've got an RS4 behind us. So let's see if he wants to play. Wow, he's actually catching up. And oh, that's the limiter already, and he doesn't have a limiter. He's coming on my right. Okay, I'm going to let him pass so you guys can see it as well. Oh, he's going off. Okay, bye. Okay, but that was the limiter. I don't know if you guys noticed how quickly that's a drawback. I mean, that's something I have to give to the M760 Li. That M drivers package, you really need it, because the way this car runs into the limiter at 260 on the speedo, it's like you hit a wall. It's 250 and there's the limiter, 260. So it's super comfortable, super stable. The 7 Series is one of the nicest cars to drive at high speed. It's quiet. They have worked on that with the facelift to make it even more quiet than before. So now you're cruising at 260 kilometers an hour. The V8 actually dies down a little bit. You could shift to 7, even 8. And the engine is just over 3,000 RPM. You don't really hear it. So, oh, I knew it. I saw those yellow plates. I knew it. Yeah. Okay, so we're at 115 kilometers an hour, 6th gear, full throttle. You hear that V8 in the background, and then it really takes off. So this car has 750 Newton meters, up from 650. But this is a 1-gear run from 115 all the way to the top speed of 260, 250. So that's pretty impressive. The M760 of course has 850 Newton meters, so that's quite a big difference. But the 750i went from 450 horsepower, 650 Newton meters to 530 horsepower and 750 Newton meters. So it's a huge leap forward, and all I can say is that I would recommend everyone and anyone to buy a 750i, because it is truly one of the best cars I've driven this year. It is so impressive. It ticks all the boxes, and I mean, could you imagine taking this car to a good tuner, getting an ECU upgrade? You're at like 600 horsepower now, and it's really one of the best cars in BMW's lineup, maybe the best. So with that, I'm going to end the review. There's the border. So I hope you enjoyed it. You can subscribe by clicking the big button right there. You can also check out this video or go check out this playlist. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you at the next one. Bye guys.